Jai Ma, everyone. Good morning to you from India. It's around 6:30 in the morning here. Really bright because it's warm and sunny. Temperatures go up to about 112 to 120 degrees during the daytime. And we are going to launch into a brand new topic of Bhakti Yoga, which will take us through several satsangas as we explore 5 ways of or juicy pathways of connecting with Ishwara. Ishwara, as a reminder, is not an anthropomorphic God, a humanized, a human-only version of God, but all-pervading, omniscient consciousness that can take on anybody it deems fit and yet remains essentially bodiless, genderless, formless, and ultimately boundless. We have, over the many millennia of world traditions of spirituality and mysticism, recognized a divine presence in special beings at special sites. They have become culturally enwrapped in symbols, such as the Hindu tradition experiences Ishvara as a tripartite intelligence of creation, Vishnu, Brahma, sustenance, Vishnu, dissolution, Shiva, sheer power, the raw courage, the initial impulse, which is the divine impulse, Durga, the ease and the fullness and the manifestation, Lakshmi, and then the deep searing knowledge, Saraswati. Every pebble has a knowledge to be a pebble. It may not be through a cognitive mind, but at that level, the macro mind is still operating. The different living creatures, living and non-living things, have a participation in the macro mind of Ishvara. While the pebble cannot have statements like the I statements or the you statements, still it has intelligence because it has an inherent connection with that cosmic consciousness, Ishvara. Whereas leopards and elephants or bears or humans or chimpanzees or butterflies, we have lesser or more degrees of being able to express through I statements, me statements, my statements, through a more developed brain, a developed connection with intelligence, but it is that one cosmic intelligence. So never really, so we were never really in the Vedic tradition experiencing that Ishvara is not one with any part of existence. Ishvara is inherent to the lovely experiences, the ugly experiences, the light and the dark, because both of them are impetus and reasons for our growth. What is this growth? The whole universe is evolving towards discovery of its own Ishvara essence. We are all evolving from inorganic, inanimate to animate, from simple single-celled sentience to complex multi-celled sentience, to simple sense of self-identity, to such as the experience of hunger, pain, thirst, lust, to complex experiences of identity where we go beyond the I statements into the we statements, from the V into unity consciousness. So there is an evolution, not just of the biology or the physiology, but of spiritual consciousness. Bhakti Yoga, which we are continuing to explore in the Vedic way through the year 2024, is a marvelous path among four main pathways to discover Ishvara. Four main pathways are Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Raja Yoga, and finally Jnana Yoga. Raja Yoga is also known as Upasana Yoga. We're exploring Bhakti Yoga, and no matter where you begin, you will find something deeply, deeply valuable for your journey. It's not a sequential journey that I present, it's an experiential journey. So wherever you begin, whenever you begin, whenever you log in, and if you were not able to log in earlier, it does not matter, because Ishvara is an invitation in the now for you. And if you were present intellectually from a scholarly curiosity for many years prior, but today you are present with all your being, with your heart humbled, where the questions have calmed, then begins the journey of divine love, which is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is, as a reminder to those who've been on this journey, is literally defined as loving devotion. So there is love also and devotion also. Sometimes if there is no love, which is kind of a wild personal experience and only devotion, then it can sometimes become dogmatic or an exercise where we are feeling lazy and we don't want to light a candle, and now we have to push ourselves to do it. But when there is love, and if you've ever been in love or experienced someone's love on you, you can't wait, you can't anticipate to be in proximity with the one you love, whether it is your lover, your parent, your child, your pet, your favorite project. Love attracts us. Love hypnotizes us. Love magnifies us. Love helps us transcend pettiness and smallness. That is why this is devotion with love. And through this Bhakti Yoga exploration, we're looking both at nuances of love, so to separate selfish love from true divine love, or self-absorbed love from divine love. And also we're looking at ways to practice devotion. We've already looked at several of these teachings. Today, we begin a brand new subset of teachings, and these are known as Bhakti Rasas. So what is a rasa? We will come upon that. Emotion is known in Sanskrit as Bhava. Bhava, Bhava. That is what it is known as, Bhava. And the mood can also be called Bhava. And the essence of a specific emotion, the most pristine essence of that Bhava, is known as Rasa, R-A-S-A. Those who are my Ayurveda students already understand Rasa as taste. That's another word way we understand Rasa. So while we may have the Bhava of emotion, like love, the Rasa is its taste, its visceral experience. It's also can be translated in the context of bhakti as the essence, the juice, the purified nectar from a certain emotion called love, a flavor that's dominant. Ultimately, it can also be understood in my interpretation as rasa is that which gives us joy, which elicits within us joy, spiritual joy. So there are 5 main rasas of bhakti, and I may utilize 5 to 6 satsangs over a couple of months to explore each of these rasas and provide you with certain traditional contemplations and traditional mythology that's connected to the rasa. So that mythology just makes it even more beautiful. We've already looked at the mythology of Mirabai, which we shall explore again in the context of rasa. We have explored the mythology of Prahalada, and we will explore that mythology again. So fear not if you are new to these mythologies. We will explore them again and again because they're so rich that we can really milk them for more and more insights. So take a deep breath. We're about to impart into some of the heart of Bhakti Yoga. These stories live in the gut and heart of yogis for thousands of years. It wells up the rasa of the emotion of love, and it brings tears to my eyes. So one of the rasas is, which we will explore but time remaining today itself, or it will be in the next satsang, is the rasa of Dasya Bhava, Dasya, or Dasya Rasa, you can say, or Dasya Bhava, Bhava. Dasya is the rasa, and Bhava is the emotion of love. What does Dasya mean? Dasya means one who is a servant to Ishwara. So sometimes the yogi can think, I'm a humble servant of Ishwara, that cosmic reality. I'm its servant. You can right away imagine what it does to the ego. The ego does not really have much left to do or lament about or conquer or be or become, because there is this sense of seva, this sense of service, servitude literally, to Ishvara, that ultimate reality. So in a gender masculine term, it is known as dasa, I'm a dasa. Or in a feminine term, you can say, I am a dasi. I know famous yogini Shiva Rea always says, I am Krishna dasi. She always says that I'm a dasi of Krishna. So, and if you are mixed gender, you can use either, whichever feels more comfortable to you. Or you can simply say that I am the humble servant. Now, I have a story around this sense of seva to Ishvara. In fact, in the Indian tradition, there is renowned concept of seva to the guru also. And we'll discuss about that concept, what that seva means. I have this to tell you that the Vedic tradition is populated with lofty gurus. Not shameful wannabe gurus. The word guru has become much shamed and mauled and trampled with, but what we are studying today, what we are learning, knowledges of Ayurveda, Yoga, Vedanta, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, these are all imparted to us, carefully preserved, transmitted with care over the time, whatever time it takes a couple of lifetimes, it takes a couple of lifetimes by these lofty gurus, the keepers of the tradition. I try to emulate their footsteps, and I really believe I was fortunate to be in the caretaking of such a guru. And it is believed, or it was believed, so I'm not asking you to believe that, but it was a belief that such gurus surely are a minor avatar of Ishvara. When we become deeply restless in samsara, we are tired of wearing different identity hats and feeling unfulfilled at the end of it. We are ready for the real deal, and then a real deal teacher shows up. And the real deal teacher may or may not be rich, may or may not be famous, may or may not have a website, but they have wisdom, truth. And they have the earnest desire to transmit that truth. And they do not have off days. Like, now I feel like doing it, now I'm a bit tired of it. Why? Because they are like Ishvara, like the sun, always shining with that knowledge. So the human guru is also considered, like I said, either a blessing from Ishvara or a incarnation of Ishvara, or definitely a spark of Ishvara, whatever be your desire to see Guru in the duality perspective, non-qualified non-duality or non-dual perspective. Either which way, this Dasya Bhava goes towards the Guru and Ishvara, and a story is coming up for you on that. And the second Rasa is known as Saakhya Bhava, Saakhya. In a prior satsang, I have touched upon it. Saakhya means friend, friendship. It involves cultivating with Ishvara, abstract formless Ishvara, or a symbol of Ishvara. With that, a friendship with a chosen deity symbol, a friendship of equals. Just like there was a friendship between Krishna and Arjuna, they were pals. And yet Krishna was able to impart Arjuna the knowledge, and in that moment, their friendship led them to that important dialogue 5,000 years ago that is still changing hearts and minds, and it is the most frequently quoted dialogue by Nobel laureates. Not one, not two, but dozens. By quantum physicists, by philosophers, by scholars, by authors, by psychologists like Carl Jung. Why? Why was that dialogue so critical? Because it was a dialogue between the friend of humanity, which is Ishvara. So that means this universe came forth as Krishna. Krishna took on the role of the guru. So Krishna, in that special epic situation of showing up and talking to Arjuna, it was not like that Godhead was somewhere in a temple or a church or a mosque. It's very much in the battle of life, very much wearing clothes of the body that Arjuna could count upon. And then we see the metamorphosis of the body into the Guru, and the Guru revealing its truth as Ishvara. So we have it right there. And I have another beloved story, not this one because this is very famous, but another beloved story coming up of Krishna's younger days prior to this battle with another buddy of his from his Gurukulam, from his wisdom school. Just like you all are in my wisdom school, in my wisdom teaching. When Krishna was born, even though it was a manifest Ishvara in avatar form, as per the Vedic tradition, he also went to his teacher, his Guru Sandipani, and took the Vedic instruction as you are doing. So that rule, that protocol is never dismissed.